It's also good news that there's a sign for a footpath here, so that probably joins up with that path. Ooh, it's a little bit cramped down there, but we're going to have to do it. That's all there is to it. Let's see where this path leads to then. Well, it's a little bit on the overgrown side, I must add. But it's running parallel with the line. This is, believe it or not, that was the line. So I'm just running parallel with it. And we'll see if it drops down and picks up the track of the line. I hope it does, because it's well overgrown, this, with vegetation, as you can see. Never mind, that's like a blooming jungle. Well, it does go down here. Oh, excellent. Absolutely excellent. That's the track bed down there. And it looks as if we can walk along it. Brilliant. This view shows the footbridge at Snipe Clough. This was taken in 1952, and it was a Saturday only Stockport to Clegg Street train, and it was being pulled by 40062. So that's looking towards Oldham, and this is heading towards Ashton. I think I'll just investigate this. So I'm heading back towards the Oldham way now. See what this thing is in the path here. Well, I've no idea what that could be. Anybody got any ideas? It's solid. That was the bridge, Honeywell Bridge down there. I'm going to walk on a little bit more. There was actually down this way, there was a building on the left as I'm walking. I don't know whether it was a plate layer's hut or whatever, but I got a photograph of it and I'll show it to you. I don't know whether anything will remain of it or not. It would have been somewhere around this area, I would think. But let's look back now towards Honeywell Lane. That's what it looks like now. And then there's going to be a picture of what it looks like in those days. In those days, the line looked something like this. This is the view whereabouts I'm standing now, and this is Honeywell Lane Bridge in the distance. This is an even better view of Honeywell Lane Bridge. In the distance, you can see it on the left there, and there's a signal in front of it, and the signal just in front of us now to the right, and there is also the plate layer's hut that I mentioned when I was talking about it when I got there. So there's absolutely no remains of this whatsoever, and as you can see, it's all fully overgrown now. And the path was even better here now. Oh yeah, look at that. So this was the line on the right actually. This over here, this is Snipe Clough. There's an idiot just riding a bike there. He's been riding around here for ages. I've played football on that park for many years. So the track bed was just to my right now. Now this was a rare sight for Sunday morning viewing. This was back in 1953. Black 5, number 44933 of Newton Heath, and that's a local that I've been pulled by, was seen piloting a Jubilee numbered 45670 and named Howard of Effingham. It was on a Newcastle to Liverpool Lime Street train, and it was taken round about the position where we are now. Now the rarity of this was that it was diverted through Oldham. The Staley Bridge had some engineering work going on, so that's quite a cut for some people, that. Oh, this is a nice wide road. Obviously there's nothing left of the plate layers hut or whatever it was, but as you can see they're planting trees all the way down here now. So this would have been the track bed, I think, now. Obviously look at the embankment there, so it couldn't have been any further to the right. And here is another of those weird things. Now I really would like to know what that is. If anybody knows, please leave me a message. Can't see any writing on it or anything. Strange. Anyway, we plod on, following the line now towards Park Bridge. How this has changed in 60 years, eh? As far as I'm aware, there weren't any sidings or anything off this line, so this would have just been all spare land, I think, at the side here. It's like they're doing a little bit of construction work or something here. Maybe they're reinstalling the railway. That would be nice, wouldn't it? As I'm walking on this section, there is a definite decline here. This is definitely going down towards Park Bridge. I think there would have been freewheeling down here. See all these plants they put in and all trees. So they're obviously making some massive improvements here. Looking to the future. Don't know whether they're going to use it for housing, because there's some major renovation work going on over there, see? Who knows? There's an interesting structure. I can't say whether it's related to railways or not. Probably not, because it's low down and it's got a massive exhaust on it. There's a branch off here. I'm just going to see if I can see any line that would have been related to the train. I'm guessing that would be the direction. Yeah, it's just overgrown. So I'm going to carry on the road that I was on. Well, I just had a word with one of the workmen, and these are sewers. So there's no housing going on there, but it's a massive undertaking, look. That's all sewer work then. And just over to the right here is Fitton Hill, and there was a footbridge around this area and all, quite close to here I would imagine, and I've got a photograph of that too, so I'll show you that one. I remember playing on it as a kid, well, not really playing on it, but crossing over it several times and watching trains go underneath. This is a view of the Fitton Hill footbridge. This is a train that's making its way up the 1 in 86 gradient to Clough Street, and it's being pulled by 44379, which was a Buxton engine, and that was double heading a Jubilee 45623, which is Palestine, named Palestine. And I've cabbed that engine. I was probably in long sight because that was a long sight engine. This train was on a Newquay to Castleton service. There's another fork in the road here now, and luckily it's signposted, so I'm almost 99% sure it's going to say Park Bridge to the right. Ashton 2.5, Park Bridge 1/2 mile. So there we go. So it's just going up a little bit here. So we're working our way along to the big viaduct that they had at Park Bridge. It was a massive conglomerate of buildings there. I'm still going. It's a long 1/2 mile, this one. So I'm hoping I can find the part where it dropped off. Well, it wouldn't have dropped off in those days, but it would now drop off where the viaduct was. It will go down and then up the other side. A little point of interest here, I don't know what it's for. Just a feature, I think. I think it's what they would have used for sawing logs in the old days. I think it's been made just as a seat now. Test it out. Oh, not very comfy, but any port in a storm, as they say. At least the birds are happy, you can hear them all singing. Beautiful sounds of nature. Now this is where it's going to get confusing, I think, because by my reckoning the line goes straight on here, and I think they've deviated this path a little bit. It looks like it's going to be too dense for me to get through there anyway, but I'm assuming this would be the route of the railway line. I'm obviously not going to tackle that, much too dense, but it branches to the right there again, so it may pick it up again later on. I just noticed a little fork to the right again, and there's signs as well, so that's a good point. So here we go. It says Ashton and Park Bridge there. It says Ashton and Park Bridge that way as well. See the confusion? It says Ashton that way, Park Bridge that way, 1/4 mile. And on this one, it says Ashton, Park Bridge this way. So they're totally the opposite way. So you take your pick. I'm going to go up here and hope I can pick up the top of the viaduct, because that's what I'm hoping for. I hope this is right. I'm expending a lot of energy on this. Seems to be levelling out here. But it's turning back again, that's not good. I think that's Fitton Hill, actually. I'm sure that's Fitton Hill Estate. So I've gone the wrong way. Although, saying that, I would assume that the viaduct would have started somewhere around this area. Oh well, back down, we'll try the other way. We've now determined that the viaduct started at this position. This is a view of 42551, which is a Stanier 264, and it's making its way towards Oldham, Clegg Street. Just having left the station, you can see the station in the background there. And if you look to the left in the haze, you might just see a steam crane or something. That's in the goods yard that is behind the station itself. So now that we've determined exactly where this viaduct started, we're going to follow it up more on the next video, and we'll explain a little bit more about Park Bridge and its significance to the Oldham and Ashton-under-Lyne Bridge Railway. So I'm now on the other path, the way I should have gone at first. And there is a sign there, so let's hope that gives us some information. See, that's where I just came from. If you follow that path around up to those trees, that's where I went through, where the dip in the trees is. Well, there is a sign there, but I don't think it says anything on it. But this is a definite decline here. Oh, that's long gone, that notice board. But this here now, I think I'm actually on the line. Going off directions I've got, I think the viaduct would have been going over here now, right over Park Bridge. That's the works. And there's a station as well at the far end. On the left of the line was Park Bridge Station. I've got a few photographs of that as well. So I want to see Park Bridge now, and then I'll be happy. That looks like it. Yeah, so the viaduct definitely went over here. That's Park Bridge now, that little industrial area. So the viaduct would have been right over us now. So what I'm going to do is pick this up at the other end of the line now, where it starts to incline. And I'll just confirm where we are. I'm not mistaken, this is called Dingle Terrace. And just at the other side of this is Park Bridge itself. Just want to confirm that this is Dingle. And if it is, I'm done for this section. And there's the sign to confirm. Dingle Terrace. So there we have Park Bridge. That's Park Bridge down there now. I'm just going to take a look up here just to see if there's anything that I might be able to find related, but I doubt it now. I think I've covered the ground I need to cover. This just looks like a road. Yes, that's just a road up, and it's too high for the viaduct, so I was right with what I assumed.